morning, dear students. Today we start our exercise 3b, proportion. So before we start, we need to explanation. What is proportion? Proportion means equal ratio. Proportion means our what? Equal ratio. Measures of four quantities or four numbers A, B, C, D are said to be in proportion if the ratio of the first two, that is A and B, A is to B like this, A is to B, and the ratio of the last two, that is our C is to D. If these two are equal, then it is said it is proportion. So in other words, A, B, C and D are D in proportion. Means A by B, A divided by B will be our equal C divided by D. And A, B, C, D are said to be proportional. The proportion A divided by B equals C divided by D, also written as in this form. Now we will learn about more details about our proportion. Now see number B. If A, B, C, D are in proportion, each is called a term of proportion. This A is term, B also term, C also term, D also term of this proportion. And A and D, A, then our B, then our C, then our D. So A and D are called our what term? Extreme terms. And B and C are called our middle terms. D is also called the fourth proportion of our A, B, C. Now see, now from A is to B ratio proportion of this one our C is to D. We have what we have, A divided by B is equal to our C divided by D. Now cross multiplication if we do this one, so A into D, so AD is equal to will be our B into C, BC. Multiplying both sides, so we are getting this one. This means in the case of proportion of four numbers, product of two extreme terms, product of extreme terms, this one our A and last is our D. So product of these two terms, it is the formula, remember it. And middle one is called our product of middle terms, is equal to will be our C, this one. From here only you are able to see this one. A is to D, A into D is equal to our B into C. A first, then B, then our C, then D. The product of first and last is called extreme terms, and then product of these two is called middle terms. So product of two extreme terms is equal to will be our product of two middle terms. Number C you will see in page number 78. In B above, in just now we explained this one, we have seen that A, B, C, D are in proportion. That is, if A divided by B is equal to our C divided by D, then AD is equal to our BC. Here two products AD and BC are together called cross multiplication. This one is together known as our cross multiplication. By cross multiplication, equality of two fractions may be transformed into equality of two whole numbers. Number D1 will say to be in proportion. In general, four terms needed. In generally, four terms are needed, A, B, C, D, like this, and four numbers are needed. But sometimes proportion are also formed with three terms also. For examples, A, B, C are three numbers, such that A is to B is equal to our B is to C. This part is equal to our that part. Then also, A, B, C are in proportion. Such a proportion is called continued proportion. In this type of proportion known as continued proportion. Thus, if A, B, C are in continued proportion, then we are able to write this one, A divided by B is equal to our B divided by C. That time in cross multiplication we are getting A into C, AC, and B into B, B square. By cross multiplication we are getting this one. Here in this condition, in continued proportion, our B is called mean proportion between our A and C. Remember this line. And C is called our this number C, last term C. This one is called our third proportional to A and B. The concept of continued proportional can be considered for any set of numbers. For examples, the number A, B, C, D, E are said to be continued proportion if A divided by B. Again this B will go here, B divided by C. Now this C will go here, C divided by D. Again D will go here, D divided by E. Then here will be E divided by F. Like this it will continue to go. That time it will be our continued proportion. Now number E, convertendo. Convertendo C, it is given if A, B, C, D are proportional, then A, comma A minus B, comma C, comma C minus D are also proportional. This one also will be our proportional, and this one if we write in proportional form, then it will be our A divided by A minus B is equal to will be our C divided by C minus D. Like this it will be. So here it is given C. In other words, if our this one is our proportional, then it will be our A divided by our A minus B, then C is equal to will be our C divided by C minus D. It is the form of our convertendo. It is the formula of our convertendo. This property of proportion is called convertendo. Here down it is giving proof. This proof you will see. It is how given. One minute. See the proof. Proof given A, B, C, D being proportional. We have this one is our proportional. So we are able to write like this. Now cross multiplication we are getting this line. Now both sides we are multiplying by our minus 1. So both sides will be our minus AD is equal to minus BC. Now both sides we are adding AC. So this one will be coming. Now from this pair and from this pair we are able to take common. From the first pair we are able to take common. A is common. Because here AC it is our AD. So A is there. So A we are able to take common. So will be remain our C minus D. And from this pair we are able to take which one is common? C. So C we are able to take common. Now next part, both sides we are dividing by our this portion A minus B into C minus D. So this one we are dividing both sides. Now C minus D common, so it will be cancelled. Here A minus B will be cancelled. So A divided by will be remain our A minus B, and here will be remain our C divided by C minus D. So from here we are getting this one we are getting, therefore this one is our proportional became. So next one is our componendo and dividendo. Componendo and dividendo, it is also very easy. If our A, B, C, D are proportional, then our A plus B divided by will be our A minus B, and again C plus D will be divided by our C minus D are also in our proportional. In other words, if this one is our proportional, then A plus B, this one first portion, divided by will be our A minus B is equal to will be our C plus D divided by will be our C minus D. So this is the form of our componendo and dividendo. Proof down given, you will check this one. Now see properties of proportion. Properties of our proportion, this one is very important. This is all our formula. Invertendo. First one is our invertendo. If A, B, C, D are proportional, then B divided by A, then our B, A, D, C, this one also our proportional. This one also will be our proportional. How this one see? In other words, if our A divided by B is equal to our C divided by D, then our invertendo, that means reciprocal it is. So denominator will be our numerator and numerator will be our denominator. Same this portion also, our D will be our, now here it is denominator, now it will be our numerator. And C is our here numerator, now here will be our, it is denominator. This is the form of our invertendo. Now alternando. Alternando means if A, B, C, D are proportional, then A, C, A, C, B, D are also proportional. In this form also it will be our proportional. In other words, if our A divided by B is equal to our C divided by our D, then this C will come now our down of A it is coming, and this B will go top of now D. This form is known as our alternando. This is the formula of our alternando. Next one is our componendo. Number C, componendo. If A, B, C, D are proportional, then A plus B, C plus D, D are also proportional. In other words, A divided by B is equal to C divided by B will be our A plus B divided by B is equal to our C plus D divided by our D. This is the form of our componendo. This is the formula. Number D is our dividendo. If A, B, C, D are proportional, then A minus B, C minus D, D, this one are also proportional. In other words, A divided by B is equal to C divided by D is equal to A minus B divided by B is equal to C minus D divided by our D. It is the form of our dividendo. This is the formula of our dividendo. Now